and I welcome you to Soul Mission Channel Reclamation, activating convicted, unapologetic expression that draws your soul tribe into your world. And before we dive in, I want to thank our sponsor for today's transmission, for this episode 4. And this transmission is brought to you by Unapologetic Channel. This is my upcoming 2-day immersion where you will embody showing up with unapologetic conviction and embodying, becoming, and being the inevitable choice your soul tribe moved towards. This transmission is going to happen differently. I want to tell you that the power went out, and I could have waited to do it live as I was doing the other transmissions, but that is actually not how this transmission wants to be created. This transmission, it has even more like strongly channeled components. And so as I allow myself to go into the channel, you are going to notice that at times I close my eyes. At times I may bring light language. And at times I may just go into a freaking fire mode because that is the place and that is the element that it's coming through to co-create this communication, this transmission for today. So I thank you for tuning into this series so far, series episode 1, 2, and 3. And for those of you joining and those of you also on the verge of going deeper into doing this work with me in May. And so let's dive in, beautiful one. How are you going to change the world? How are you supposedly being a conduit for world transformation and impact if you don't have clients, if you don't have enough clients, if you know behind closed doors, behind paid words, doors, that your transmission and your gift it's so powerful. It does such a huge difference on your clients' lives, but your schedule is kind of empty. Your programs have a roof that is really hard to break, a ceiling. How are we, channels of the divine, supposed to deliver the actual transformation that we are here for, that we are capable of, unless we do it on our paid containers? You tell me. My marketing, and this is something that you come and learn and embody with me and work on and really step into when you work with me in one-on-one or programs. My marketing, our marketing, what it's available beyond the old paradigm 3D marketing, is a channel for service. Every time I come here, I'm not here coming to say what I should say so you buy. I'm not here leading with how can I make more profit. I'm actually thinking, how can I bring a good conversation? How can I bring a valuable transformation that I would even charge for? Like, it's that valuable to create a ripple effect, to anchor my codes into the planet and anchor certain consciousness into the weaves, into the webs of the internet. And so that's very powerful. That's incredible. That's moving beyond business. Amazing. But that is not enough. And so I want to tell you a story of 2 people that used to be super hooked to receive plugged into my world. Like, they would like see everything that I was posting. They would watch the transmissions, receive the content series, like be so into the vortex and really jiving and vibing with what I was putting out there. And this happened right at the beginning, like first years of going from consultant and implementer strategies for other people's soul businesses to my own brand, where there's a lot of more education and coaching right at the beginning, 2022, 2023. And they were receiving so much. They were fire up, but they also had incredible holes in their foundation. One of them had people paying attention, people wanting to hear every channeled message that she was channeling, people wanting to receive from her, people also in her DMs, but more like looking for coaching, more like looking for cuddling, and she had fluctuating months. So some months would be multiple high four figures and some like multiple like lower four figures. And she had this thing within her, like, I want to break my 10K ceiling. I want to break my 10K ceiling. And it's not like, like that was her number one priority. She is a mission soul. She is mission-led, soul-led, God-led, source-led. But that was important for her. It's like, how come I'm entertaining this bunch of like light worker babies wanting change, but like seeking for advice and then not taking action? My other person, the other client that I want to talk about, she had just falling out of love of the programs she was delivering, and so she was in a little bit of a limbo, because it was like, okay, like I've been leading my messaging with these topics and they help for these launches, but now the messaging is changing, like things are messaging. There were holes in the foundation when it came to offering suite, and when it come to leading at a higher octave, her movement, so that more people would come and receive the actual transformation, which is what we're talking about here. So both people were in my world. Both people were actually implementing things that I was sharing in my free content that was of value, and having results, even getting more money. When I say results, means more DMs and more money specifically. But it wasn't until they hired me and they said yes to co-creating, one of them for 4 months, the other one for over a year, that person number one was able to not only break her 10K ceiling with an 11K month, but also start creating sustainable 10K months. Person number two, she was able to create an offering that was able to organize and give coherence to her launch strategies and to her messaging, and start leading her movement with way more power, like the unapologetic channel and like the powerful, convicted channel that her soul mission actually needed. And that's when people started knowing exactly what to buy and which levels to sign up for to work with her. And her soul mission started stabilizing, and she started both of them, because this is something that is inevitable when you work with me. Both of them started enjoying this game, the game of calling Soul Tribe in, the game of showing up on social media, email, Substack, video, whatever it is. The game of showing up with power and no longer giving their power away, and also knowing how to stop entertaining baby light workers, and fuck light worker like losers, like that so disempowered, like what the hell? Like, it's like We are here because we have like, we are the ambassador, the representative of such beautiful, powerful collectives of light. And then you think that, I don't know, money has more power than you, whatever it is, right? So these people that we know, we all know in this spiritual world, in this spiritual industry, but they are not our clients, right? Because they just don't move. And so, and she started like calling in the opposite. She started calling souls like her. Both of them started to call souls like them. And so, my beautiful angel, this is what I see. I see that you're way too complacent. And when I say this, I do want to say two things. Number one, my heart is open and there is love in my heart for you. But right now, that is not the kind of love that it's like, you know, I'm just gonna buy into, you know, it's okay, sweetie. It's okay. Things take time, and cuddling with whatever limiting belief that you have. No different than how I would not allow my daughter to date losers or have like bad friends that don't really value her in her circle. Like I would be like, you know, like wake up, like you can do so much more. You can have such a different experience. So, you know, I freaking mean it. And I'm not filtering myself. Some of you right now are way too complacent with not having enough clients, with showing up airy fairy in your social media. Amazing. Yes, you have claimed and you have stepped into greater levels of understanding with your soul mission and the codexes and the libraries that you channel. But my love, you know, like the impact is not created just by you embodying your libraries. Otherwise, just, you know, like stop pretending, stop playing the soul mission business game. Because, you know, like your embodiment is already creating an amazing ripple effect. It's a grid work level ripple effect, right? But if you say that you are here for global impact and change, and that your codes are here to serve others, then how come your agenda, your calendar is so empty? It's been months in some instances, or weeks, since you have served someone in your actual temples of light. So many of you are already masters at what you do, like have hundreds of practice hours, but have recently, you know, channeled higher frequency work, and you are not being able to call people's souls into these sessions, into these temples. So, you know, for me, for example, I was doing my numbers, and just last year, between Soul Mission Oracle sessions, between the programs I facilitated and the almost bi-weekly workshops and calls that I facilitated for clients plus private mentorship, I served and I added over 160 hours of coaching time, of service to client time. And so, you know, this matters. This matters because the reason why I know that when you work with me, things shift is not just because I have claimed all of this for myself, and or I have confidence, but I have served actual people. And so even though there have been months where I haven't been as visible on social media, there hasn't been a single month where I haven't coached humans on group containers and one-on-one settings. And I say this because there, like, we cannot pretend that just because we embody our codes, that is enough. We need to serve clients. We need to serve clients and more clients. That's when you create the ripple effect that you're capable of. And so I see way too much complacency on being okay with your actual results, with your current results, and also with thinking that you are above needing to learn the skills. I am not sorry to say what I'm gonna say, but it is effing hard It is hard to build a coaching mission, a soul business mission. Why? Why do I say it? I'm sorry for not being so fluffy, but you have to put the hours. You constantly invest in yourself. You, you're always putting something on the line. Your fears, your limiting beliefs, your limitations, your courage, the fact that you look cringe, like it involves, when I say hard, I mean, it takes something. It takes your emotional stability. It takes a freaking ton of skills. And this is why I have created a school. And this year I am going to relaunch the school, but nothing has shifted. Nothing has shifted in the sense that there is a gigantic temple of light and there are different levels of service. And right now you have the opportunity to receive a body of work that I have facilitated for people who have paid me hundreds and thousands of dollars at a fraction of the cost, $55 to be exact, and to receive this body of work where you get to, on day one, go into claiming yourself at a much greater level, so that it translates into conviction in the way you show up that moves people. And on day two, we are going into how to translate this newfound worthiness, worth, value, and conviction, embodied conviction, divine conviction, into content and frameworks that operate both like like different frameworks, let me say it like this, to communicate, to translate into words that land and compelling messaging. Because like, think about it, like if you were to see, you as the expert, you were to see someone that you can help, because you can feel the resonance, the frequency signature of this person is a match for the work that you can facilitate, and you see them like engaging in like smallness, or buying into their blogs, or living below the experience that is available for them, like what do you do in those instances, right? Like you're not just this complacent person. You actually show up with power. You have a conversation and say, yeah, and I can help you with this, like this is what is truly available for you. Well, and if you don't, then that just proves my point that this is an actual power thing, like where you use the power that God gave you to move people into a better life. And this is also a skill. This is a proper skill. And I tell you, just as I gave you the example of the over 160 hours, like I just did like quick numbers in my head, but I did them with the calculator to like reach a number that I knew is like, yeah, like this is at least a like anchored number, like just as you, I do these things, by the way. I go into a little bit of a overextend an idea and then I'm like, what was I saying? But you want to be able to turn all of this into, okay, so I was saying, thank you. Not even I, who just last year accumulated 160 hours of serving actual clients, not just training, like I'm above these skills. I'm above these skills of, yes, social media has shifted and changed, and there are different ways of, in which it's required for you to show up for the love of God. If you are saying that you are here to create a ripple effect and a legacy and an impact, not even I am above that. Like when I tell you I invest in this, it's not hundreds of dollars. It is thousands of dollars that I put on the line, sometimes every month, to refine these skills. And when you're ready to go from, yes, I'm creating an impact with being the embodiment of my work, but I don't have enough clients, to I am actually seeing with my own eyes every single day, every single week, how this work is creating a ripple effect in others, not just through my marketing, but also through the actual work with clients. That's when you come and learn the skill of learning how to move people into your paid work inside unapologetic channel, where you learn how to express in a way that is convicted and embodying being the inevitable choice your soul tribe moves towards. It's inevitable that your beautiful soul tribe works with you. Because let me just remind you that they hold actual contracts in their energy field to work with you, to receive your codes. Your codes are like hydrating water for them, just like the codes of whoever you're currently learning from or your past mentors have been like soul truth, frequency, soul water for your beautiful self to blossom. But how are you supposed to activate these contracts if you give your power away to people are no longer paying attention on social media? Everything is AI right now. Yes, everything is AI right now. And that's why you actually stand an even higher chance. Because what brought you here is authentic embodiment. You are the channel of your soul mission. But can we also show up with this same inner knowing and convicted power in your communication and apply different ways for you to merge marketing channeling, which is my art, which is my body of work, with communication frameworks so that you move people faster into wanting with you? Yes, you can. And this is exactly what we're going for inside Unapologetic Channel, my 2-day immersion happening on May. I love you so much. This world is changing, yes, as a result of all the work we're doing, yes, and all the great work, yes. But can we also make an even better effort and smarter effort and learn the actual skills that are needed? No one is above this. This is why I said so hard, because you need so many skills. Can we get also those skills to touch more lives genuinely, and not just with our social media content, but with actual paid work? I believe we can. I believe that we are not complacent and in the comfort zone in so many areas of our lives, and we shouldn't also be in our comfort zone and complacent with the amount of clients that we are serving within our temples of light offerings. And if you are someone who watched all the way here and you resonate with this deeply and you have questions of, oh, is this immersion gonna serve me and truly support me, and is it for me, or I have done variations of this work with you, Marga, just send me a DM and let's chat. I am here to serve you, and I will always let you know if this is for you, or if there's actually something different that could be even more powerful for you. I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you for episode